What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. More so what is actually going on, why we're going up as much as we are. I'm also going to give you an update on a lot of the data points very relevant to a lot of investors and tie it all together with some technical analysis and give you my price prediction where I see things going in the short term. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that, let's get right to it. So as you can see, live ticker, we're currently up roughly about 3%, 29.7 million as far as overall volume, 51.8 the average, and that is a 6-month average, and 4.2 million shares being purchased by institutions and hedge funds just today alone, and you can tell that based on the block volume column. So hands down though, SoFi is doing very much good, especially considering a lot of the broader market is very much red. All of the growth stocks that I'm watching are very much red with the exception of SoFi. SoFi is so undervalued, and the technicals all represented that for the longest time. And you can even see on the intraday chart, it is a lot of volatility. People are trying to keep SoFi down, take profits, but we are still very much green. So that's a good thing. And one thing as well, I just want to bring to your attention that isn't necessarily happening with a lot of other growth stocks is shorts are actually closing out their position with SoFi versus a lot of other growth stocks. Shorts are actually increasing their position. So take that how you see that. As of right now, 21.24 is the short interest, and day by day change, like I said, it is down 0.56%, which worked out to be 2.2 million shares being returned, and cost to borrow is starting to go up as well. So 8.14 is the average, and short score is 73.31. If you ever have any questions about short interest or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely address that, and all this information is available via Ortex. But getting right to it though, there was an upgrade. So definitely very beneficial for SoFi, and we've been getting more and more analysts reviewing SoFi. And for those of you that did tune into the earnings call, hands down, there seemed like a limited amount of calls coming from analysts. So definitely showed that their earnings represented something very much positive and clearly caught the eye of a lot of analysts. More recently today, Piper Sandler, so a $10 price target, and it was upgraded to overweight. And prior to that, there was Citi, Oppenheimer, Credit. There was a lot of other analysts giving a lot of high price targets, and very exciting for SoFi in the end, especially considering, like I said, markets are very much down and SoFi is doing very much good. And just want to show you this because I'm always a big believer in the social sentiment. Looking right here, oddly enough, we're very much negative. Despite us going up, despite the markets, everything like that, and outperforming the markets, the sentiment on SoFi is very much negative. So take that how you see that. But again, back right to it though, like I said, there's a lot of big things happening for SoFi, and one of which is 13Fs. It is the season for 13Fs, and a lot of big institutions are all getting into SoFi. You can see right here, this is a big column to watch for, is the share change as far as who increases and so forth. And looking, all the green ones are institutions physically adding as well. So it's a win-win. A lot of big institutions are getting in, and a lot of institutions are adding big time. More specifically today, looking right here, INSANE did increase their position 1,528%. And so now I just want to orient this based on as far as the big players in SoFi. There's still some yet to do it, so such as SoftBank, but overall a lot of the big names have disclosed their positions, such as Vanguard did close out roughly about 5%. But like I said, there's a lot of big names increasing their positions, and these are the big ones from today. So like I said, the INSANE is one of the bigger ones increasing their position. State Street did also increase roughly about 12%, give or take, and Legal and General Group did increase it roughly about 27%. So like I said, institutions, and especially every video I always start with, I always bring up that block volume column. Shows institutions purchasing on a daily basis. So a lot of big institutions are buying every single day. So just keep that in mind. And on a side note, every time I've always brought up 13Fs, I always point out the average share price. So if you can see the average share price, it is roughly about 18, 11, 16. Everyone has random ones, but it is all in the mid-teens because a lot of these institutions found significant value in SoFi at these levels. So over the last couple days, it's been largely mixed. So we had Anthony Noto did increase his position by 39,000 shares, so that's another positive, at $6 $6.50, so that's a win-win. We always need a CEO that does that. Then oddly enough, there is still a lot of people talking about the reverse split, what that means for SoFi, what that means for its investors. I did do a video on that. As far as me thinking, it's not that big of a deal. People are taking it out of proportion and things like that, but let me know in the description below what you do think, because even in that video, a lot of the comments, a lot of people said that they are voting no on that, and I get it. Usually the conception around the reverse stock split is very much negative regardless of what the actual meaning behind it is, so I get it in the end, but clearly there's a lot of people talking about that still. So getting right to it though, I just want to go over some technical analysis, because right now things are looking very good for SoFi. I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. Stochastic, you can see that massive deviation, black line above the red, showing a nice bullish trend. We did successfully transition from the lower to the higher percentile of the Bollinger Band, very much positive, and momentum is above zero, shows that we are getting new buyers in, more than what we're losing, so that is very exciting, and clearly a lot of people are seeing SoFi is green. Every other stock has red, so it makes SoFi stand out in a very positive light. So like I said, those are some things to watch for, and even more so, something to watch for is on the Fibonacci, $7.41. That is hands down another big point to watch for, because if we do break over this amount, then it is a nice confirmed bullish trend, and even over and above that, mostly everything I did bring up today was very much bullish. So that's a good takeaway. Technicals, shorts closing out the positions, good news that did come out. Everything is looking fairly positive for SoFi. Let me know in the comments below what you do think about SoFi and what you've been doing. If you've been buying, selling, holding, whatever it might be, let me know. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.